Hi friends, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Keep seeing the Queen of Wands. Let's see what this is about. Okay, so we're starting off with the Six of Pentacles. Maybe focus on a relationship. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands. See, there's a focus on reciprocity / equality here, meaning you may be showing up to the function, feeling like you are giving what you can and that you are trying very hard, but for some reason you're not breaking even with the situation. And now something else is being added to your plate and you already feel overwhelmed here and like you're not getting what you need. When I see the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, what this looks like to me energetically within this spread is that like you already feel like you're doing as much as you can and you're still like not getting enough returned. Meaning like you're at work, you're doing your job, or you're within a relationship and you feel like you're showing up in the way that you can and like it's still not enough, or that you're still not being paid enough, you're not being compensated enough. And now someone or from somewhere there is another opportunity, but you already feel like your plate is full. So this just feels like added stress for you right now. I'm seeing something about like even having somebody else come through. Let's see. Yeah, for some of you, you're feeling stressed out. How you're going to know this is that you may fall back on something that you had been doing before to like cope that maybe you hadn't been doing lately, and then you start doing it again. Let's use an example. When you get stressed out, you bite your nails. You hadn't been biting your nails. You almost didn't even realize that you stopped doing it, but you start doing it again, and you're like, wow, I hadn't been doing this for like 2 months, and now I'm picking back up on that habit again. So yeah, just dependent upon you and what you see your patterns to be when you're feeling stressed out. You may see something kind of resurface now that's indicating that you feel kind of like you're at your limit now and you don't feel like you can easily take something else on because you already feel like you're doing as much as you possibly can be. Even more than what you feel you can maintain right now. So I'm not seeing you see this as an opportunity that's desirable, just another thing that feels stressful, even if it is something that you want. Which kind of puts an interesting spin on things, because you may actually, there could be stuff that you're doing that you realize. Let's use an example. You're working a job, you feel like you're doing as much as you can be doing and that you're still not getting paid enough. Now you have an opportunity come through that you actually want. You may decide that you're going to drop the thing where you don't feel like you're being compensated enough. Doesn't just have to be a work situation, just apply it to where this may be relevant for you within your life. So yeah, whatever this is, it looks much better. I am seeing a message. You being contacted. For some of you, this is work related. You have to decide whether or not this is something you want. this new opportunity, it seems like. You may have wanted to be, like, hearing from this person or this company. Yeah. It seems like because you have this new thing coming through, or this new opportunity coming through, that you're able to look at what you had been doing before and see that you weren't, it like wasn't living up to what you think would be fair. So this is giving you scope. Because now you're seeing something and realizing, hey, I'm not being compensated enough within this situation. Or I'm showing up and giving 100%, and this person that I'm dealing with is giving me 40%, and I don't feel okay with that. It's not going to be worth it to me. I'm looking at Aquarius on the bottom of the deck. You want to really look into this and ask yourself, where am I being guided to move, expand upon the path? Am I staying stuck in something because I'm familiar with it, not necessarily comfortable? You may be trying to figure out how to do something now. Now that you know what you know, what's going to happen? Seeing you try to maneuver through a situation that feels somewhat complicated, emotionally, mentally. For some of you, this has to do with a breakup. Yeah. You may be separating from someone. Okay. Now that you see the truth of karmically what's unfolding, it seems like for some reason you getting this new opportunity has opened your eyes to something that you had not been, like, maybe seeing before, or maybe it was just, even though this new opportunity coming through may feel significant to you, I'm seeing the biggest part of this significance be that it kind of shook you up out of this experience you were having before, where you maybe weren't realizing that something wasn't working for you. Because it seems like you were trying really hard to make something work, and you kept, like, not breaking even with a situation, meaning you were doing something that didn't feel like it was worth it to you to be doing. And you felt, like, just really overwhelmed. And it really came down to a situation you feeling like something was unfair. Like, I'm not seeing who's on the other side of this for you. Like, for some of you, it can be a partner, it can be a co-worker, it can be a boss, it can be you with a company. Whoever this was on the other end of it, you did not feel like they were holding up their end. And you felt like you kept getting, I'm hearing the word trash. You felt like you kept getting stuck doing all of the work, and this was very unfair. In relation to, like, maybe the commitment, meaning you went into a situation with, like, someone or something or a company where they're not upholding their end of what they said they would do, because you were like, okay, I'll show up and do this if you do this on your end, and, like, they're not doing what they said they would be doing on their end. I'm seeing also it, like, not be the focus of that. Like, we're not here to be, like, talking trash on somebody and, like, why they're not doing whatever. Like, that's not the focus. We're focusing on the fact that, like, where you are, because it's not about why that's happening. It is happening. And so, like, the why doesn't really matter. We're at a point now where we're focusing on you feeling like you're doing something that if you keep doing this, you're going to continue to feel things that parallel, like, resentment towards this situation, because something is out of alignment and you're still doing it anyway, because it should not be this hard. and you feel like underappreciated in some way. You don't feel valued for what it is that you're doing, clearly. So now you have an opportunity that comes through that looks desirable to you. It even seems like something that you wish to come to fruition, and now it's here. And I'm seeing a very clear message. And it's something that you want to size up. It's something that you want to look into, to really ask yourself how you feel about this. I'm seeing this be related to some type of role or job or something that you would be involved with where responsibilities come to play. So now that you see clearly that you feel undervalued within a situation, and also that you're doing much more than you need to be doing, much more than you would be doing had this been in alignment for you. You are seeing this now, you're understanding this now, and you're seeing too, oh, karmically, this means that I'm not meant to keep doing this thing. But yeah, in hindsight, this seems like much more clear than how you had been seeing things when you were in the midst of it. So I'm seeing this be a very like beautiful understanding now that you have, being able to really see this thing for what it is. Now, with that in mind, I'm seeing you kind of check into where you are presently and be like, okay, this means that maybe something difficult emotionally, mentally is now going to be going down with myself and also this person that I'm involved with. Because I'm seeing somebody here that you're connected with, but there's already been pain that you've been experiencing within this connection. And I'm seeing you try to figure out, like, how do I do this with maybe like the least amount of pain when it comes to myself and this person? Like how to do the least harm within this situation. It seems kind of unavoidable. Like this is going to be painful, especially because like this does feel like some sort of breakup, or something's going to be changing, or something's going to be happening. And so like not everybody may be on the same page, especially too because whoever's on the other end of this, like since you've been getting the short end of the stick, they may have really been enjoying this kind of, even though it's like less of a collaboration and more so, yeah, I keep getting this image of like somebody like cooking and cleaning and doing all of this stuff and taking care of the house and like the kids and whatever else. I'm seeing this be like metaphorical, even though this could really be your situation. And then it's like you have your partner like come home and just like have a beer and sit on the couch while like they're watching you like vacuum and do everything else that you're doing, you know, like you're just doing all of this stuff, and then they go out with their friends. You're doing all of this stuff and you don't really feel like you have a teammate. And I mean, this can be something that's going on at work too. It's like you're writing all of the reports and stuff, and you see your coworkers messing around, and like they have higher positions than you and they're being paid more than you, and this doesn't feel worth it to you anymore. So yeah, whatever this is, there's something that like before you had been identified within like a unit of something, or identified with like the company or whatever this was that you were involved with, and now there's going to be some sort of separation. And I am seeing there be some pain that may be associated with what is going to be happening, and you trying to figure out like, how do I maneuver through this situation? But you know that this is going to be like a compromise for you. Like this is just something that I have to deal with that's connected, but how do I like bring this to the table, so to speak? Still do it from a place of love. Do what needs to be done, but do it from a place of love. Yeah, I'm seeing there be disappointment. Like, I wish that things could have worked out differently than they did. However, this is kind of what it's boiling down to. You may also feel disappointed too, because like somebody did not live up to your expectation of what they told you they would be doing. Because it's not just, I'm not seeing you over here, but like having expectations that are through the roof. Somebody said they were going to be doing something, and they're clearly not doing that. So I'm seeing there be more disappointment than anything that's connected with this. Especially too, because like there was potential here. However, something is clearly not working out. And this may have been something that you had been recognizing for quite some time, like constantly let down by this situation, and also the coming up short on this person's end. Yeah. This seems like something that you've also been processing independently as well. And maybe this person doesn't know how far you've come emotionally in relation to this, like you coming to terms with what's been unfolding. It's kind of like you've been on your own solo journey, even though you've kind of been a unit with this person. But yeah, I'm seeing this very much be associated with tough times for you. Especially too because like there's clearly like love here, absolutely. And I'm seeing you know what's going to happen and like even know where this is going, but that doesn't mean that you're not sad about it. So I'm seeing you holding on to these things, knowing that like, yeah, this is not an ideal situation. I wish that things could have worked out. However, the situation isn't working out, and so I'm not going to force myself to stay in something that is clearly out of alignment. I have to think about myself here too, you know? Yeah. It kind of looks like things are sort of stopping here energetically because we don't know what's going to happen now past this. So maybe even just getting to this point was quite a process for you. So now that there's clarity that you've gained on your values and self-value and self-worth, I'm seeing you feel a little bit overwhelmed about where you are now acknowledging you're meant to be going and what you're meant to be doing. It seems like you have now understood that there is a door that's available to you and trying to figure out how to maneuver through something you want, and also how to maneuver through a potentially painful situation and to be delivering news to somebody that you know is going to, you know this is going to be tough to do. But you also know what you want in this situation, and so that means that a difficult conversation is going to need to be had, especially too because you want to be honest with this person about how you're feeling as well. For some of you, this person has become some sort of staple in your life too, so this may be like quite a complicated situation. Even though we're focusing less on like the intricacies of your dynamic with this person and like what your status is with them, I'm seeing this be a part of it, even though it's not the main focus. This is also going to help you guys, because it kind of seems like you've been figuring things out on your own. Now bringing them into the conversation is going to help you guys figure out, like, with all of this in mind and me communicating that, like, this is what I want, this is what's been happening, there's not a matchup here, what are we going to do? It's going to help you to work with this person and figure out where to go from here. It feels very much like the like mature adult thing to do within this situation. Because it's not like you're just going to drop everything and walk away without letting them know what's going on. It seems like now it is time to have this conversation with this person and to be as honest as possible with them and really let them know what's going on. And then figure out where to go from there. It seems too like that's kind of why we're being stopped energetically from going any further, because this conversation needs to happen first before we can move elsewhere. Yeah. I am looking at the King of Pentacles, maybe an emphasis on earth signs. I'm also looking at Gemini and Pluto. Pluto is Scorpio energy. I'm seeing Pisces too on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Alright, my friends. I'm looking at Jupiter as well. We are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.